Hi, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Pearson, your elementary ELL teacher. Today, we're going to focus on the vocabulary pictures and words for second grade Journeys Lesson 6. Our anchor text is Animals Building Homes by Wendy Perkins. And for this lesson, we're going to turn and talk. That means I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to think about your answer. Then if you have someone to pair up with at home, someone to talk to, you can, or you can be my virtual partner. And then you're going to share out your answer in a complete sentence or sentences. So for this lesson, you will need a pencil and a piece of paper or journal page. And you're going to divide the paper into 3 equal parts or thirds. 1, 2, 3. Then, just like that, you could draw 2 lines like I just showed you. Then you're going to write your numbers 1 to 8. And for each of the numbers, you're going to write a targeted vocabulary word. And then in the second column, I want you to write a synonym or a short definition of the word. And a synonym is a word that means the same or is similar, just like, for example, combine is a synonym. It's similar to mix. They mean the same thing. Combine and mix are synonyms. Now, if you can't think of a synonym or don't have room to write a short definition, just write the word a second time. In the third column, I want you to draw a quick picture or sketch to help you remember the word. So let's get started. If you need to still get your materials, push pause, and then when you're ready to join us, push play. Our learning targets. I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from the text, animals building homes. Our second learning target, I can have a conversation with the partner or with me about the vocabulary words and pictures. Success criteria, that means how will you know you're successful at using pictures and context clues to help you understand the important words from the text, animals building homes? Or how will you know you're successful at having a conversation and talking about the vocabulary words? Well, just like these people are climbing the mountain and they want to reach the top, we want to reach our learning targets. And here are our steps to success. I will look closely at each group of pictures. 2, I will say what I notice about the pictures. How are they the same or similar? 3, I will read each word and its definition. 4, I will write each word 1 to 2 times, a synonym, and draw a quick sketch. Let's quickly go over our turn and talk rules. If you have a partner at home, number 1, you are eye to eye and knee to knee. And when you're talking with me or with a partner, first one person talks, the other person listens. 3, then the next person talks, the other person listens. Now, I can't hear you, but I want you to do your best to say your answers out loud. And 4, don't talk too long on your turn or your partner will not have time to have a turn. For every group of pictures, I'm going to say, what do you notice or see? And you're going to answer out loud, I notice or I see. And then I'm going to ask, how are they all the same or similar? And you're going to say they both. You're going to say how they're similar or what they have in common. You may also agree with me and you can say, I agree with you because, and tell me why, or you may disagree and you may say, I disagree with you because, and that's okay. So let's get started. What do you notice or see about one or each of the pictures? I notice. Well, in the first picture, I notice a a cylinder, a cube, and a cone, different shapes. And in the second picture, I notice a house made of different shapes. And in the third picture, I notice a square, circle, triangle, and star. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They both? Well, they all show shapes or shaped. That's the past tense. Shaped, write it for number one, shaped. S-H-A-P-E-D, shaped. Shaped means the form it takes, the shape it takes. Shaped. And a synonym for shape, or a word that means the same, you could write form, F-O-R-M, form. Have you ever seen a home shaped like this? It is curved like a ball. Think about it. What things in the classroom are square shaped? So boys and girls, if I go too fast, push pause to make sure that you've written your word, your synonym, or short definition. And you can draw a quick sketch now or at the end of your lesson. You can draw a quick sketch for each of the words. Next group of pictures, what do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice a bird is sitting on a branch. In the second picture, I see some sticks. In the third picture, I see another branch. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They all? Well, they all show branches, B-R-A-N-C-H-E-S, branches. The root word is branch. Branches are tree parts that grow from the trunk, twigs that grow from a tree. A synonym for branches could be twigs, just like in the definition. Branches are tree parts that grow from the trunk and twigs that grow from a tree. So make sure you write branches in the first column. The second column, you could write twigs. And then in the third column, you can draw a quick sketch. Again, if I'm going too fast, push pause, finish your work, and then push play. Tree branches high above the ground are a good home for a sloth. Think about it. What are the highest branches you have ever seen? Number 3, what do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice it looks like a small lake. In the second picture, it looks like a pond. And in the third picture, a pond. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They all? Well, they all show a pond, P-O-N-D, pond. What is a pond? A small lake, a body of water smaller than a lake. So a synonym could be small lake. So write pond in the second column, write small lake. Turtles make their home in a pond or small lake. Think about it. Have you ever gone swimming in a pond? What was it like? So again, write pond for number 3. The synonym is small lake. And you can push pause to draw your quick sketch or do that at the end of the lesson. Number 4, what do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice a bird and there's an arrow pointing at its beak. In the second picture, I notice more beaks. And in the third picture, I notice a really big beak and a small beak. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They all show beaks, B-E-A-K-S. More than one beak is beaks. Pointed parts of birds' mouths. Parts of birds' mouths, beaks. A synonym could be bird mouth. What is beaks? It's a bird mouth. These birds use their beaks to build their home. Think about it. How do birds use their beaks to find food? So make sure you've written beaks. A synonym is bird mouth. And then you can push pause to draw a quick sketch or do that at the end of the lesson. Number 5, what do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice it's pointing to the bottom of a lake or ocean, very deep, and someone's digging a hole, and it looks like this third picture, someone's diving very deep. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They all show deep or deepest. The root word is deep, D-E-E-P, and then you put EST at the end, deepest, farthest down from the surface, the most deep. Farthest down from the surface, the most deep. A synonym could be farthest down, farthest down. The deepest part of the ocean is this eel's home. The deepest part of the ocean is this eel's home. Think about it. What is the deepest hole you have dug in the sand? Again, push pause if I'm going too fast. Make sure you've written deepest. And then in the second column, you can write farthest down. And in the third column, you can draw a picture, or you can wait till the end to draw your quick sketch. Next group of pictures, what do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice something's broken. The stick broke. In the second picture, it's a broken heart. In the third picture, it looks like a chain broke. So how are these pictures all the same or similar? They all show broke or break. Break, B-R-E-A-K, break. To break means to come apart in two or more places. Break, like the stick is breaking, the heart breaks, the chain breaks, break, to break. A synonym could be come apart. It came apart or comes apart. This home won't break. It is made of strong rock, the cave. Think about it. What happens when you break an egg? Break. So for number 6, write break. A synonym or short definition could be come apart. And then if you need to, push pause to draw your quick sketch, or you can do that at the end of the lesson. What do you notice or see in the next group of pictures? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice a coat hanging and a backpack. In the second picture, I notice a girl is hanging, maybe out at recess. And then in the third picture, it looks like someone's going to hang a towel on the wall. So how are these pictures the same or similar? They all show hang, H-A-N-G, hang. Attach to something to the top, attach or suspend from. A synonym could be suspend, suspend. And it says these bats hang or suspend upside down in their cave. Think about it. Do icicles hang or suspend from your house in the winter? So again, write hang for number 7. A short definition or synonym could be suspend. And then if you need to, push pause to draw a quick sketch, or you can do that at the end of the lesson. Our last group of pictures, what do you notice or see? I notice or I see. Well, in the first picture, I notice a windy road, and the second picture is a sign of something that's curving or winding. And in the third picture, I notice a curve or line. So how are they all the same? They all show winding, W-I-N-D-I-N-G, winding, curves one way, then another, curving. A synonym is curving, C-U-R-V-I-N-G, curving. Some animal homes have long winding tunnels that twist and turn. Think about it. Have you ever walked along a winding path through the woods? So if you need to, push pause to write winding. A synonym is curving, and then you can draw a quick sketch or at the end of this lesson. Let's check our work. You're going to check your words, your synonyms, and remember a synonym is a word that means the same, just like combine is the synonym for mix. You're going to get your crayons to rainbow write, and you can write your word a second time, and then draw a quick picture or sketch. Number 1, shaped. The form it takes, shape that it takes. And I highlighted the synonym or short definition, form. Number 2, branches. Tree parts that grow from the trunk, twigs that grow from a tree, branches. And I highlighted twigs. Number 3, pond. A small lake, a body of water smaller than a lake. 4, beaks. Pointed parts of bird's mouths, parts of bird's mouths. I highlighted bird's mouths. If you need to, push pause to finish 1 through 4. Make sure you have a word, a synonym, and a quick sketch. Then when you're ready, push play. 5, deepest. Farthest down from the surface, the most deep. And again, I highlighted farthest down. 6, break. Come apart in 2 or more pieces. Break. 7, hang. Attach to something to the top. Attach or suspend from, and I highlighted suspend. And 8, our final word is winding. Curves one way, then the other, curving. Again, push pause if you need to write your word, your synonym or short definition, and then your quick sketch. And then when you're ready, push play. I want you to reflect on your learning target. I can use pictures and context clues to help me understand important words from the text, animals building homes. How do you think you did? Right on the top of your paper. Do you think you got a 4? I could teach this lesson. I easily said how each group of pictures were the same. 3, I was able to say how most of the pictures were the same. 2, I was able to say how some of the pictures were the same. Or 1, I was not able to say how any of the pictures were the same. So I want you to give yourself a reflection grade, 4, 3, 2, or 1. And then again, don't forget your challenge is to write your word, your synonym, and you just like combine is the same as mix. And then you can rainbow write a second word or draw a quick sketch for each of the words. Thank you, boys and girls, for doing the vocabulary pictures with me. Have a great day.